Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Dustin Christ, and today we're going to do a game discussion. We're going to talk about a game from my past, a game that I love up and down, and I can never get enough of. I will throw it back in any time of the week and still have an amazing time with it. We're talking about Super Metroid, one of the greatest games ever made. I am, of course, holding the Super Nintendo cartridge here. This is my Super Nintendo cartridge from when I was a kid. I've played this thing millions upon millions of times. Not really millions upon millions, but, exaggeration for the amount of times I've played it. But this time, I decided I wanted it portably, and I played it on the Nintendo 3DS. And you can play it as long as you have a new 3DS, because for some reason, only the new 3DSs can run Super Nintendo games. Why a normal 3DS can't run a Super Nintendo game, I don't know. But anyway, I decided I just really felt like playing Super Metroid again. I had some credit on the eShop. I said, why not? I think it's like $7 on there or something like that. So downloaded it, started playing it, had an amazing time with it. It's really awesome to go back to this game and just see how perfect it was, and still is. This is one of those games that even today, I think people that have been bred on nothing but PS3 and PS4 games, I think people could go back, put this in, and just be sort of amazed by how good this game actually is. I tried to 100% this game this time, and I'm still missing a ton of missiles. So even, I don't know what, like 20-some years later, there are still secrets in this game for me. I haven't gone online and sort of, gone down check by check to see where all the missiles are, but I'm still missing a substantial number of missiles. So haven't 100%ed this game yet, but it's on my list of things to do, and with how many times I put this back in, I really think I will do it one day. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it and talk about the game. Super Metroid picks up right where Metroid 2 leaves off. Samus has eradicated the Metroid threat in the galaxy and has brought the hatchling from the second game to a research facility for them to study the Metroids. And as she is leaving the research laboratory, all hell breaks loose. She's called back there. There's an attack. There's a theft. And then there's a whole new adventure that leads Samus to how do I want to put this? To sort of go back into her past. The game's 20 years old, whatever. Mother Brain is back, and she sent her renewed forces to capture the Metroid in the hopes of reviving the Metroids and once again taking over the galaxy. So Metroid, Samus is heading back to Zebes, I don't know, I've heard several pronunciations of it. I say Zebes, but whatever. The site of the first game, of course, to take out the Mother Brain once and for all. And what you get with the storyline of this game is a lot of what Dark Souls is famous for now. A lot of the environments telling you the story, whether it be the mystery of the wrecked ship, or in one area you just come across a dead bounty hunter, and his body is covered with these little creatures, and as you get closer, the creatures scurry away. What was his story? It's up for you to fill in these blanks. And for me as a kid, that was a lot of fun of the game, was sort of making up my own story about what happened on this place. You get down to the area where the Mother Brain originally was, and you see it's just a wrecked, derelict area, and you just kind of wonder, what's gone on this planet since the first game. And a lot of mysteries, a lot of story just told in the environments. Really, really great atmospheric, deep stuff. I really like the level of atmosphere in this game, and I think in a lot of ways it's still kind of unsurpassed in terms of its atmosphere. Just when you first land on the planet, and just sort of the slow, foreboding music that kind of plays in the background. It really sets the stage for what's to come. And when you get to the end, and without even the ending, without even using any dialogue or anything like that, it's one of the most affecting endings, definitely of the Super Nintendo era. And I would say it's probably one of the most affecting moments in video game history. You really just kind of feel a lot of emotion at the end of the game. You feel anger, you feel sadness, you feel the need for revenge. It really is a great moment in video games, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's one of those things to look out for. But anyway, Super Metroid really, the gameplay wise, really took what the first two Metroids did and just perfected it. There's a reason why the quote unquote genre is called Metroidvania. It really is one of the pioneers in sort of the side scrolling non linear game. I mean, there's a linearity to it, but you are able to explore all kinds of areas. And for a while, if you're not used to the game or know where to go, you can get lost for a while, not knowing exactly where to go. There's a lot of secrets in the game, so much so that it's kind of daunting when you get to the end of the game and you think you found so many of the missiles and the super missiles and all that stuff, and you only get like an 83%. 83% finish, and it's like, oh man, what else? Where else could these things be? And that's where I'm at now. I got like a 96%, I think, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, where can the rest of these missiles be? But it's kind of a standard side-scrolling game. There's a lot of ways to handle enemies. Samus can aim her arm cannon in what? I gotta do math. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different directions. Yeah, gosh, I could have just thought of the D-pad and whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 8 different directions. There's so many items and cool abilities in the game, like the speed booster, which has multiple functions. The hidden power of the power bombs to secretly heal Samus. There's a lot of really great secrets in this game, and just pitch perfect controls. I mean, the jumping. The only thing that I still have problems with is the wall jump. The wall jump is just a matter of timing, and I suck at timing, and I can never get it down, and it never fails. I get stuck in this one part where you have to wall jump out, and these little creatures that teach you how to wall jump, they make it look so easy, and then you try to do it, and I'm there for a good solid, 5-10 minutes trying to get out of this hole. But anyway, it's not a problem with the game. It's a problem with me and my ability to hit the A button or whatever button the jump was at that correct time to do a wall jump. But eventually I do get out of there. I really wish the game had the spider ball. I missed the spider ball from Metroid 2. But anyway, pitch perfect controls, great action. I mean, the game is just a solid 10 out of 10, especially when you get into the music, and the music for the lower Brinstar area, the depths it's called, is still one of my favorite pieces of game music out there. Really love that piece. But even the opening credits, or not the opening credits, the opening title screen is so creepy and so atmospheric. I mean, this game just oozes atmosphere, and it's really sad because I really love the Metroid series. I loved Metroid Fusion, even though a lot of people were kind of iffy on that one. Zero Mission's a great one. I love the Prime series. I haven't played Other M yet. That's on my list of things to do. I want to play Other M just to see how bad it really is. But I love the Metroid series so much, and it kind of sucks to see Nintendo sort of mishandling it as of late. But I'm playing Breath of the Wild, and that is like a incredible reimagination of Zelda. Like, it's just, completely changes what you think Zelda is. So I'm hoping that Nintendo brings that same level of design to the next Metroid, if they ever make another Metroid. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to kind of keep this one short because I think by now everyone knows how great Super Metroid is. It is easily on the list for greatest games of all time. Pitch perfect Super Nintendo. This was back when Nintendo really, crafted amazing games. It's so crazy how back in the day, this stuff didn't come out until it was perfect. The Nintendo seal of quality actually kind of meant something, I guess. But nowadays they'll just release a game and patch it later. But this came out of the gates perfect, still to this day, it's pretty damn perfect. Modern people with their inability to enjoy anything could probably sit and nitpick a few things here and there. But really, Super Metroid is in a class of its own. If you have not played Super Metroid, you need to play Super Metroid. I might take your gamer card if you've never played Super Metroid. But anyway, guys, just a quick video talking about my experience with Super Metroid, my love of Super Metroid. I mean, I would just play hours on end, and I'd finish it, and I'd go back and start another game. Just imagining myself being on the planet and putting myself in that position and having that adventure. Samus in the reality of Nintendo is a female, but I would always put myself in that suit of armor, and I was obsessed with that suit of armor. I loved the Vera suit from Super Metroid. I think is one of my favorite. And back when the suit was chunkier instead of like how it looks now, where it's all lithe and thin. I liked the chunkier Samus back in the day. But anyway, that's really it. If you have not played this, go play it. You can even emulate it. I don't care. Just play the game. So anyway, that is it for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.